So a couple of days now since the game. Have you had a chance to reflect on the whole experience? What was it like running out and making history for Port Adelaide?
Yeah, obviously it was an amazing experience. I think we were so lucky over in Perth. We were fortunate that the whole group travelled. Our whole program travelled over. There was board members there and obviously all our staff as well. And then over in Perth there was a huge Port supporter base there as well. So they all came out. Lots of family and friends. So it was a really special day. Yeah.
Obviously not the result you wanted, but do you still feel like most of the group's walking on cloud nine and still got that bit of a buzz from the game?
Yeah, I suppose so. Obviously, definitely not the result we wanted. I wouldn't say everyone's walking on cloud nine. There was a lot of disappointment in the room after the game, I suppose, as you'd expect. But, I mean, we've got the first one out of the way, and I think a lot of girls have taken, we had 9 debutantes, I think. So to get that one done and dusted and now focus on to the next one, I think it'll be all uphill from here.
I'm not sure if you've had a review yesterday. I know you had recovery. What was some of the things that you were really pleased at, or Lauren was really pleased with?
Yeah, I think we had a review last night, and I think Loz was just pleased with the way that the girls, sort of attacked the footy, particularly in those first few quarters. The way we sort of came back into the game, I suppose. She was really happy with that, and there was a few chains of footy there which we were like, well, that's how we want to play. And it was we've only known each other 10 weeks, so I think everyone was pretty happy with us being able to put together some of those chains of footy. But obviously there's so much to learn from it, and I think that's the most important thing to take away from the review last night.
Obviously in front at 3/4 time, what sort of would you do differently in the last quarter next time around?
Yeah, I suppose, it was just a contested possession at the end of the day. I think we were behind in that for the last quarter, and then we gave away, I think, 8 or 9 free kicks, so that's not going to help either. So those are probably our 2 biggest learning curves from that last quarter.
You must be pleased with your own performance in a new team?
Yeah, definitely pleased. The team's been more than over the moon, I suppose, with the group that we've got. At the end of the day, I would have preferred us to get away with the win rather than individual performance or anything like that. But I think just having an amazing midfield group around us, like Abby Darrick, and then you got Erin, and then you got Jackie Alston, and then obviously you got your leaders on all the lines. So it's I think it was an incredible team effort yesterday.
You mentioned Abby. She obviously won the Rising Star Award. How pleased were you for her? Yeah,
so pleased. She's worked really, really hard this pre-season, and we sort of knew from the start she was going to be something special. To see her go out on the weekend and just smash it was awesome. So, can't wait to see what she brings for the rest of the season and for her whole career. She's so young, so she's got so much time left.
Erin obviously copped a bit of a whack in the first quarter. How's she pulled up, and any sort of doubts heading into Saturday?
No, just a corky. So she's all good, I think. She's been given the all clear, so yeah.
How good was Gema? You mentioned the intensity yourself with 14 tackles, and Gema was just smashing into people, particularly in that first quarter. Is that going to be something we can get used to from this Port Adelaide team?
Yeah, I think so. That's definitely what we want to build on. Gem's such a strong player and such a great leader down in the forward line there. She had a terrific performance, and it was great for her to get that first goal as well. So.
Sorry, Rob.
No, you go.
Apologies if you've already asked, but you had 8 or 9 debutantes on the weekend. How did they go with the nerves and playing on the big stage, I guess?
Yeah, I suppose, obviously, I think everybody was nervous, obviously, especially the debutantes. But I suppose they were lucky. They had a lot of their family and friends over as well. And I suppose the fact that there was a big group of them, I think helped them as well, because they were able to talk to each other and sort of work through everything. But, Loz made it really clear to them to just go out and play footy sort of thing. So, yeah, they did really, really well. I didn't think they looked out of place at all.
Did they have a good time?
Yeah, they loved it. Yeah.
Just ahead of the Bulldogs, obviously they're going to win on the weekend. What are you sort of expecting from them?
We'll do a bit of oppo analysis this week, so I suppose we'll get stuck into that. We're expecting a hard contest, like they've been in the competition for a few years now, and off previous experience, they play really hard, so we'll just prep for that.
Will
plus 36 in tackles, Maz, on the weekend compared to West Coast, and I think we led the league. Is tackling something that Loz has been concentrating on with the group?
I think Loz just concentrates a lot on contest and sort of bringing in a hard game, I suppose, and pressure. Like, we want to be a pressure team, I suppose. So if that's how we do it through tackles or corralling or whatever it is, I think as long as we can bring that. And we learnt a lot off our practice matches that we were able to play as well. So I think it's one of those things, the more that we play footy, the more we're going to develop those areas and things like that. So it was obviously very pleasing to come away with such a high tackle count. So
For a first up hit out, what did you take away from the game that needs to be better, I guess?
I suppose just consistency. I mean, we were up and down a little bit. I mean, might be forgiven maybe the first quarter everyone was a bit nervous and stuff, but you could say that about West Coast. It was their first game for the year as well. But I suppose that's going to be our next focus, is just consistency throughout the game. So